Alright, so on this one, you're supposed to find the equation of a line through 2 points. And we're going to use the slope-intercept equation, which is y equals mx plus b. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find the slope between these 2 points. And we'll do that 2 different ways so that you can see how to do it, both visually and then with just 2 points with their ordered pair. So if I go from the point on the left to the point on the right, I go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've gone up 4, and then I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3. So my slope is 4 over 3. So I now know slope is 4 over 3 because slope is rise over run. So that's the slope. Okay, the other way to do that, to find the slope, if I write the coordinates of this point, is down, it's left 2, down 1, 2, 3. So the coordinates of this point are negative 2, 3. The coordinates of this point are 1, 1. So if you look at how far we go from the y's, we go from, whoops, that's a negative 3. We go from 3 below to 1 above, which is a difference of 4. If I look at my x's, I go from negative 2 to the left to 1 on the right for a difference of 3. So notice how I said difference. To find the equation for slope from 2 points, we take the y's and subtract them from each other, and we take the difference of the x's. So if I call this my second point, my second y is negative 3. So this is y2. That's what that little 2 means. That's my second y. y1 is 1. So negative 3 minus 1. And now I'm going to go my second x, which is negative 2, minus my first x. So this becomes negative 4 over negative 3. A negative divided by a negative is a positive, so that gives me a slope of 4/3. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a point, either one, just so you can see the difference. I'm going to pick this one, negative 2, negative 3. So that's my point that I pick, negative 2, negative 3. This is an x coordinate, this is a y coordinate. So in this formula, y and x are any generic point on the line. So I've picked a point on the line, which is negative 2, negative 3, and I'm going to plug them in. So negative 3 goes where y is, m, which we found to be 4/3, and x, which is negative 2. And I want to find the y-intercept. That's what the b stands for, is the y-intercept. So now all I have to do is solve this. I'm going to multiply 4/3 times negative 2. So that's really negative 2 over 1. You multiply fractions, top times top. So 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Now denominator times denominator, 3 times 1, 3. So now I get my b alone. I add 8/3. So I add 8/3 over here. So notice that negative 3 is a whole number. So I'm going to get common denominator so that I can add these. So that's 3 over 1. That's 8 over 3. The common denominator is 3. So I multiply top and bottom by 3. So that makes negative 9/3. So 3 wholes is the same as negative 9/3. Negative 9/3 plus 8/3 is negative 1/3. So that's what b equals. So I now know b, and I know my slope, which I can use either of, they're the same slope. So I now just have to write those in place of m and b. So y equals m, 4/3 x, and b is negative 1/3. So that is the equation in slope-intercept form. If they ask you to put it in standard form, you need to not have fractions. So I multiply everything by the denominator, which is by the common denominator, which would be 3. So if I multiply everything by 3, 3 times y is 3y. 3 times 4 is 12, divided by 3 is 4. So in other words, these 3's just cancel, and these 3's cancel. So now I move this 3y over, because standard form has x and y on the same side. So 4x minus 3y minus 1 equals 0. And you'll see it written this way. More common is you get the 1 over to the other side. So 1 equals 4x minus 3y. So this is in standard form. The one that was previously here that I scribbled all over, that was slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form was y equals 4/3 x minus 1/3.